Good evening, this 24th day of January 2016. I hope you had a great weekend and a great Sunday. Now, before you get started with the week, this is the show you need to watch to get you in touch with all of the big stories, plus all the big analysis. I'm Yvonne Okwara Matole. First, it was talking about the ads that were running, advertising alcohol and condoms being banned during the watershed period. Then, it was talking about Netflix and the possible threat to national security and Kenya's moral values. Which way to go in terms of instituting good morals at that in Kenya? We'll be speaking to the Chief Executive Officer of the Kenya Film Classification Board on Checkpoint here on KTN Weekend Prime. So please do send in your questions, your thoughts, your feedback, your comment. The hashtag is Checkpoint at KTN News and at Yvonne Okwara. If you prefer SMS, the number is 22155. It'll be a one-on-one with him, so we'll have a lot of time to get through many of the issues that have arisen in the past few weeks. We also have the day's top stories for you. Let's take a look at them now. Blogger and journalist Yesin Juma is grilled over his social media posts on the Alade attack.
Nilihukumiwa kwa sababu ya makosa ya rubari. I was found guilty and sentenced to suffer death.
Sio kwamba singeolewa, ndio I was young, lakini sababu upendo wangu na mume wangu ni upendo ambao Mungu alikuwa ametupatia.
And it's truly a new beginning for former death row inmate. The hunt is on for killer Crocodile in Kisumu.
Ikikunywa namna hii unasababisha mwili wako.
And the special waters of Keben. Do they really contain healing powers? Naresha Awiti is our sign language interpreter tonight. Welcome to the program. Blogger and former NTV journalist Yesin Juma is spending a second night in police custody. Yesin, who was arrested last night over his social media posts on the Al-Shabaab attack on the KDF camp in Somalia, was today grilled by detectives for over 4 hours. He's being detained at the Muthaiga police station and will be arraigned in court tomorrow over misuse of communication gadgets.
Time now he has been on the government's radar.
It is telling that Mr. Yesin Juma,
that was on the 9th of December last year,
permanently putting the security organ of this country at the expense of Al-Shabaab. He has been putting the security in the negative and putting the Al-Shabaab in the positive.
Yesin featured in Kaiseri's statement following his social media posts alleging the existence of mass graves in Mandera. Now his Twitter, Facebook and blog posts following the Al-Shabaab attack on the KDF camp in Somalia have landed him in trouble. Yesin was arrested at his home in Donholm at around 8 p.m. on Saturday by Directorate of Criminal Investigations detectives who searched his house before he was taken to the Muthaiga police station where he spent the night. Mid-morning on Sunday, he was taken to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations headquarters where he was grilled for over 4 hours. He was later taken back to the Muthaiga police station as he awaits to be arraigned in court over misuse of communication gadgets. Yesin, through his Twitter account at Yesin Juma, his Facebook page and blog Yesin Juma Notes, has been posting information and pictures on the Al-Shabaab attack. He is not the first blogger to be questioned. Last week, bloggers seen as critical of the government, Cyprian Nyakundi and Patrick Msafari, were grilled by detectives. Rita Tinina, KTN News.
Residents of Kisumu's Kotetni village have expressed concerns over the frequency of crocodile attacks after a third person was attacked in a span of just 6 months. The victim was mauled by the crocodile at Kogoni village and efforts to recover his body are ongoing. According to witnesses, the Standard 7 pupil was taking a bath at the beach in the company of his 2 friends when the incident occurred. The residents now want Kenya Wildlife Service officers to kill the animal, which is causing mayhem along the lake shore. has collected and presented the requisite 1.4 million signatures to the IEBC supporting CORD's referendum bid. Kenyans now have to contend with yet another referendum campaign. Proponents of the Punguza Mzigo campaign say they've collected 400,000 signatures so far. Our reporter Zinzi Kibiku has the details.
While part of the congregation at the Holy Mother of God are in a mood of worship, another crowd outside the Githurai Church spares its time to sign Moses Kuria's new campaign, Punguza Mzigo. The Punguza Mzigo campaign is pushing to amend 5 points of the 2010 constitution currently governing Kenya. Gatundo South Member of Parliament Moses Kuria is seeking to reduce the counties from 47 to 16, scrapping off the Senate and handing over its duties to the National Assembly, shrinking the number of single constituencies from the current 290 to 200, removal of nominated MPs, county assemblies, and the elimination of the women rep position.
On the issue of our referendum, Punguza Mzigo, whose aim is to reduce the burden of representation that we continue to exert on Mwananchi. We are continuing with our process. So far, we have got 400,000 signatures that have been collected in 274 constituencies. We have got signature books, and this process is going on simultaneously in 274 constituencies.
Unlike the Okwara Kenya bill holding a whopping 1.4 million signatures, but with challenges of verification by the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission due to lack of funding, Moses Kuria is confident in taking a different route.
At our expense, keying in the details of the people who are signing for the purposes of verification by IEBC, noting very clearly that IEBC has said they have no money for verifying manual signatures. So as we are going to give them our million signatures accompanied by a soft copy of the same, and therefore we do expect that the process of verifying those signatures will take place even for a day or two, and then you go to the rest of the process. I know when that happens, our brothers from Okwara Kenya will start saying, now you see they are being favored. There's no favoritism.
The goals of Okwara Kenya campaign seeks electoral reform, security, restricting the provisional administration, and political inclusivity, giving people fair chances at jobs based on their experience rather than tribe. CORD leaders this month gave the Electoral Commission 90 days to release Okwara Kenya signatures to pave the way for a referendum on the constitution. If Punguza Mzigo is verified and ripe, the next step would be presenting it to the county assembly. Zinzi Kibiku, KTN News.
Kenya needs to embark on a serious countrywide mapping to explore all mineral deposits at its disposal. That will improve Kenya's mining potential and increase mining revenue generation from its current 1% in the gross domestic product. All of this is according to Mining Cabinet Secretary Dan Kazungu, who says the ministry is operating within a pre-colonial mining act that has been proven to be a barrier to the development of mining in Kenya. Yesin Juma tells us more.
It is during his visit to Best Titanium mining plant in Kwale County that the Cabinet Secretary for Mining, Dan Kazungu, explained why the sector has lagged behind, among them relying on old legal framework.
It will be very, very good news for Kenya if we have a new mining law this year. That's next month. The Mining Act, hopefully we'll call it Mining Act 2016. Very, very good news. Because guess what? We are still relying on a Mining Act of 1940. A law that was, enacted during the wartime.
Lack of proper strategies has resulted to only 4% of the country being mapped.
Because we are told Kenya is an agricultural country. So now we have no clue, really, what we exactly have in Northeastern or in the Rift or in the whole of Coast. we have to ensure that we do a serious geophysical survey to know exactly what we have.
This, he says, has made Kenya to be ignorant of what is at her disposal, what could otherwise make it a mining hub in the region.
High-level reading will tell you that we have deposits and deposits worth not just billions but trillions in this country, and that shocks a lot of people.
He says under his leadership, his ministry will endeavor to solve what has always been seen as perennial conflicts between prospecting companies and residents and isn't barriers emanating from the government.
Conflicts between mining communities and mining companies and try to see as fast as possible to resolve those challenges and those conflicts so that people can do what they're supposed to do, which is go down there and work.
He made the statements when he visited Best Titanium mining plant in Kwale. He has embarked on a tour to familiarize himself with all the places mining is being conducted in the country, whether small scale or large scale.
We reposition Kenya as a serious mining hub in the region. This is part of the things we're trying to do. The other activity we'll be doing as well going forward, which we'll be discussing with you later on, strategies, tactics, innovation that we can do to fast track that. We don't want to every day to be told where our sector contributes less than 1%. One day we want Kenyans to wake up and realize that actually the mining sector is contributing the most money in the country in terms of revenue.
Yesin Juma, KTN News, Kwale.
To you and I, it looks like nothing more than an ordinary water spot. But to the villagers in Keben, Nandi County, it is a source of special waters complete with healing properties. Here's Masi Kandie with the details.
90-year-old Mzee Bore walks carefully down the steep hills in Keben village, Nandi County. Clutching on to his walking stick, he is taking us to a special place in the village to tell us a story he was told by his forefathers. He understands these grounds too well. It leads us to a water source special to the villagers, known to the locals as Sugutek, the special Keben waters.
Naitwa Sugutek, ni ya samani. Mimi naguta kama hiko namna hii.
Villagers believe the water has special healing powers to them and their livestock.
Sasa mzee, unapokunywa hivyo unasikia namna gani? Ukikunywa iko na
ndio, ukikunywa namna hii unasabisha mwili wako. Roho na kifua.
Ni maji kawaida ama?
Hii hapana maji kawaida. Hii maji kabila ngine hii. Kama chumvi.
Ukikula mahindi tumbo ifure. Nakuja kukunywa tena hii maji. Inasaidia kama makadi. Hii naitwa mwenye sana.
The sport is popular in the village. They say it is like a free soda outlet.
Vile maji hii ina dest kama soda ya Sprite kiasi hivi. Na tena ina dest kama saa zingine wana dest kama stoni hivi kiasi.
The stream found in Keben village, Lesos division, is made of alkaline, commonly referred to as soda water, that emanates from the rocks. It is believed that the colonialists found the stream useful and improved its surrounding by placing copper pipes connected to the sieves for use by the locals.
Hawezi ukatumia kupika ukali, ina change, inakuwa ni yellow. Asivu umepika yellow maize.
The stream benefits more than 200 families in the village. After school, the boys and girls rush here, each with a bottle. And for a county known as the source of champions, villagers at Keben believe this special waters has something to do with it.
Wanariadha wakishamaliza kukimbia huwa wanakuja kukunywa. Tena inasema ina boost the immune system.
Mzee Bore hopes that one day the waters can be channeled to their homes to avoid the tedious journey downhill. Masi Kandie, KTN News, Keben Village, Nandi County.